quarterback Garrett Greene. Questions for Garrett? Greg?
So Garrett, just start with, last week you weren't happy. Neil wasn't happy with just everybody's performance. This week, the offense especially seemed like it had things in gear. Were you happy with the offense? Were you happy with your play?
Yeah, I mean, there's still 2 drives that we didn't score on. Kind of a ball issue on one of them, and then, the fumble. So we got to clean those two things up. But other than that, I thought it was a productive day.
Other than the one throw out of the back of the end zone, pretty accurate today. Just how did it feel coming out of the hand?
Yeah, it felt pretty good. Throughout the whole week, that was a point of emphasis to stay after, throw more routes and stuff. I think it showed.
So you're able to use your legs a lot more in this game. Be productive on the ground. What was allowing you to do that? Do you feel better about the ground game that you still is a part of you being a dual threat? You weren't really able to show that against Penn State.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's just how the game went. They had a couple really good coverages to some of our calls. Coach Brown always says, it's not up and just run.
How big was the touchdown right before half? They had just cut it to 7, but you guys had done it and scored.
Yeah, it's big. Because they got the ball coming out of the second half, and Coach Brown always talks about winning the middle 8, which is the last 4 of the second quarter, and then the first 4 of the third quarter. So I don't know what it was, but I feel like we did a good job about that.
You're able to utilize some of the new wide receivers like Jaden. What can you say about how big those guys have been?
Yeah, they've been wonderful. I was glad I was able to give J-Rob his first touchdown as a Mountaineer, and then Jaden Bray. I couldn't see the catch. I was on the ground, but Jaden Bray had a heck of a catch, and that one almost scored. So they've been huge additions, and they've been doing a great job of buying into our culture here, and it's my job to get them the ball.
First taste of night action with the new lights. Is anything different compared to last year?
I mean, the third quarter was cool. I was kind of sitting back just like, wow, this is awesome. With the video and, all the ties to the state, I thought it was really, really cool.
Are there any of the new receivers that's specifically standing out to you, either in practice or what you saw today?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can go down the list and talk about all of them, from Hudson to Preston Fox to Jane Bray to, Justin Robinson to, all Rodney. Rodney had a couple of huge catches today. A lot of the Day Farmer. A lot of them have progressed, and they've really used this offseason and fall camp to be in a spot to be a factor in games. And tonight I tried to spread it around a lot, and let guys make some plays.
You feeling you guys could run pretty much at will? Go ahead, Greg.
The percentage was in the 70s. How relieving is that, especially after the last week?
Yeah, I thought it was good, but after watching tape, versus Penn State, I was Coach Tyler's, huge point of emphasis this week was just doing what you're coached to do. There was 4 or 5 plays where if I just do what I'm coached to do last week, I'm right up there in the high 60s, low 70s. So really, I just this whole week just trying to really just stick to the game plan and do what I was coached to do.
So did you feel that you guys as a team could run pretty much at will? They never really slowed you down.
Yeah, I mean today, yeah. But they're well coached. They've had success in the past because they're super well coached. They don't do they showed a little more like diversity in their coverages tonight than on tape, but they're well coached and they don't do a whole lot, but what they do it well.
Set the lead block on Jaheem's touchdown. Is that part of the play, or is that kind of an instinct thing on your part?
I mean, he picks up a lot of blitzes for me. He stands in there, so it's the least that I could do to escort him to the end zone.
Any reluctance doing that after the guy gets called for?
Can you repeat it one more time?
Any reluctance going out for the block after the defender dives at your knees a couple plays?
I mean, I'm not that big. I can see it. If he does it to Wyatt or someone, but I'm 200 pounds, so. But I was in position. I think my hands were tight. But no, I mean, I love our guys, love our locker room. So they take hits a lot for me. So it's the least I can do.
Speaking of Jaheim, did you say anything to him on the sideline or anything after the fumble, after the big run?
Yeah, he's just I mean he's in that still. I mean he's still just true sophomore. So he's got a lot of football ahead of him. It's just part of growing. Knowing when the play's over. Not every play's gonna be a touchdown, But I think he responded well, and I think he's obviously he's gonna be a great player for us.
Was part of going to him right away, kind of on the next series to.
Yeah, to just get the ball back in his hand. Let him know that everyone, all 11 of us, are behind him.
You know what next week means. I mean, you've been a part of 2 of these before, so now you can actually focus on it a little bit. What's this going to mean next Saturday?
Yeah, it's going to be a great environment. Going back up there, after what happened in 22, I think the whole locker room's looking forward to that. But they're a super talented team. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now. So it's going to be a hell of a battle.
Is there juice to you that you didn't get to really play in last year's game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but I just got to have a great week of prep and then go from there.
Okay, anything else for Garrett? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.